Don't know exactly why I saved the game staring at the sky, but hello all the crazy people out there. My name is Dragonite, and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. We are halfway, well, maybe a little more than halfway, but we are part of the way on our journey towards the city of Iverstead. We're being attacked by a wolf, apparently. Did I just punch a wolf to death? There's an arrow in there. Lydia probably shot it. Where is... where is Lydia, by the way? There you are. Alright. So... let me get my life back in order. So I need a torch because I would like to be able to see, and I guess that I'm gonna have the flames out. Apparently, that was, as far as I could tell, it really did look like I just punched the wolf to death. I did not hear or see the arrow. I don't know if I if Lydia had shot it previously and I just dealt a finishing blow or something like that.
No more stops. We need to find our way to Solitude.
Who are you talking to?
I told you it's the wedding of Vittoria Vici, an extremely well-connected merchant with the East Empire Company. The Emperor's cousin, remember? Hopefully these gifts will put us in her good graces, secure that import deal, and lead the way to an audience with the Emperor.
So there's usually, when that little random encounter plays, there's usually a second NPC there. One of them who's just going like, are we there yet? Huh? But apparently they did not spawn in. Alright. So we're going to go and continue down the road. We really just have to follow this as far as it goes. I think there's one more fork which I'll have to pay attention to, make sure I go the right way around. But then we'll be in Iverstead, and once we're in Iverstead, we can officially start ascending the throat of the world. Alright. I'm used to, and I don't see them now. Perhaps the game just decided not to spawn them, or perhaps I took too long and they wandered all somewhere else. Oh no, there you are! I was gonna say... Usually, when I come around this way, I'm used to there being a, wolves or something. Can I not attack you with a torch? Cannot remember if I can attack you with a torch. I'm gonna let the Atronach just deal with it. There's another, wolf over there, apparently. I'm gonna let the Atronach deal with it, I think. And then we'll be on our way. Okay. Thought the NPC got eaten or something. I thought that was like a scream, like they got killed or something like that. All right, moving on. I don't really want to like stop the action and fight every single wolf. I think, like I said a few videos ago, at some point later in the game, I'm probably going to start cutting away segments like this when I'm running in directions that I've already been. For what it's worth, once I have unlocked, this is a fork in the road. Iverstead is this way. Once I have like seen more locations and unlocked more fast travel locations, it probably won't take as long to get to most parts of the game. Hello. Alright. Atronach, you deal with it. Because I'll be able to just fast travel to a location and then run, instead of like, you know, miles and miles to get to my destination, I can just run a short distance between like waypoints. But for this early part of the game, most of the map has not been visited yet, and it takes a while. I always left click to try and like drag the map around. What I really want is to right click to turn, and arrow keys WASD to move. But like later in the game, we'll go to Riften. I'll fast travel to Snap-a-Leg Cave, and we can just run over there instead of having to go all the way from Riverwood or whatever. Later in the game, we'll come out in this direction, and then Morthal, Solitude will become fast travel points. But we haven't quite gotten there yet. Alright, so welcome to Iverstead. I guess I'll put my my magic away so as to not scare the guards. What's going on? I heard someone scream, somebody help, but I don't see any commotion. Oh, over there. Wow, alright, there is a cave bear attacking a guard. I do not have enough magicka to do this. Alright, the guard seems to be doing fine on their own. The main reason I didn't switch to fire is because I didn't feel like going into the menu and switching it back. Bear claws, bear pelt, steel arrow, alright. That was exciting. If you stray off the path, coming up here, there you can find I think there's like a cave with a couple of bears living in it, but usually if you stay on the path, you won't run into them. Anyway, welcome to Iverstead. We have here a Villemere Inn. Oh, Vilemere Inn. We have a couple farms. We have a mill. I'm not going to run around Iverstead talking to all the people and seeing all the things, because there's really not much here. Again, word really does travel fast in this country. There is a mill and a grindstone which you can use to grind stuff. My torch expired apparently. You can use to grind wheat into flour. You can also just harvest the wheat, and that is a alchemy ingredient, which as far as I'm concerned is a more useful item than flour. Chicken eggs are also alchemy ingredients. The NPCs who like run this farm don't seem to be out right now. What time is it? It is 6 o'clock in the morning, so I guess they just haven't like woken up yet. Alright. Coming down this way to this bridge, and we can see some guys hanging out.
Not today. I'm just not ready to make the climb to High Hrothgar. The path isn't safe.
Aren't the Greybeards expecting some supplies?
Honestly, I'm not certain. I've yet to be allowed into the monastery. Perhaps one day.
Alright, you got anything to, any more to say about that, mister?
To make a delivery up there myself. Mostly food supplies like dried fish and salted meats. You know, things that keep fresh for a long time. The Greybeards tend not to get out much, if you catch my meaning. Well, it's kind of an understanding between us. I mean, it just wouldn't feel right to charge them for a bit of preserved food. Trouble is, my legs aren't what they used to be, and climbing the 7,000 steps takes its toll. Really? Well, that would be kind of you. Here, take this bag of supplies. At the top of the steps, you'll see the offering chest. Just leave the bag inside, and you're done.
Alright, so that is not a side quest, but a mini miscellaneous objective. So we're going to be going up there anyway, and when we get to the top, the big huge mountain, we'll just drop the item known as Kamex supplies. Where is it? K, Kamex supplies in the chest by the door. The first time I played this game, I accepted that quest, then put the game down for like a while, and then forgot about it. And then for the rest of the game, I was running around with Kamex supplies in my inventory, and I had no idea what it was, where it came from, or what I was supposed to do with it. Anyway, when you start running up the mountain, you can see a couple of these little shrines dotted here and there along the path, and if you read them, you'll see Emblem 1. Before the birth of men, the dragons ruled all Mundus. Their word was the voice, and they spoke only for true needs. For the voice could blot out the sky and flood the land. And that is Emblem 1. So there's going to be 10 of these. And if you read all 10, something interesting will happen. I will try to find all 10 of them as I go. I heard what sounded like a wolf howling. Yeah, alright, that was a wolf howling. My torch is expired, which sucks. I'm just going to go and put... Oh. I'll put that in my other hand then. There we go. Goodbye. I'm gonna try and find all 10. Usually I'm able to do it on my way up the mountain, but once in a while I'll just like miss one. But we'll see. If I do miss one, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. The thing that you get as a reward isn't all that interesting, but it is kind of fun from a narrative point of view. All right. By the way, the 7,000 steps, you can see there are some steps on the road, like paving slabs going up the mountain. I have not counted them. Someone else once counted them. I think there's more like a couple hundred steps. You can interpret that as you will, as it being more of like a metaphorical thing, or you can interpret it as being like, this is a really old road, and maybe some of them have just like fallen away or eroded away, and you can't find them anymore.
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're headed up the path to High Hrothgar.
Generally good advice. You will find NPCs on this path, making their own journeys. Emblem 2. Men were born and spread over the face of Mundus. The dragons presided over the crawling masses. Men were weak then and had no voice. Alright, that sucks for them. Let's see. Towards the bottom of the mountain, the emblems are going to be a little bit far apart, but when you get to the top, they'll start being a little bit closer together. Here we have another wolf. Can if you don't mind, just stop trying to bite my face, and you're gonna fall over dead very dramatically. Oh, the Havoc physics engine. It seems like it's the Havoc physics engine is the physics engine used by quite a lot of games in the last 20 years. as a sort of middleware. It's a more heavy-duty version of things like Bullet or maybe more comparable to things like NVIDIA's PhysX. And it's definitely improved over time. This game is 14 years old now, and the physics engine generally works, but you will find situations where, especially with soft bodies, dead bodies, and what have you, sort of flopping over dramatically. NPCs falling over dead in funny ways and that kind of thing. Here we have another tablet. This should be number 3, unless I missed one. I see there is an offering bowl down there. Should I be, like, terrible and take from the offering bowl? I don't think I will. This is Emblem of 3. The fledgling spirits of men were strong in the old times, unafraid to war with dragons and their voices, but the dragons only shouted them down and broke their hearts. Alright. If I understand the timeline correctly, Angels with Broken Hearts should be coming out soon. That will be a story which I will definitely want to read eventually. I don't think that's quite the sense of Broken Hearts that that tablet was going for, though. Let's see. I forget it. I don't think Angels has a release date yet. But I could just be a little bit behind the times. Actually, it's the comic that the author has been posting on their website. That's Angels with Broken Hearts. I think the VN is just Scaly Wings too. Anyway, I have not like paid any attention to where my follower is. Lydia, should I just like give you time to catch up? There you are. All right. Sometimes if you don't pay attention for your followers for too long, they will just like randomly get stuck on the terrain, which can be a bit of an irritation.
You keep your distance with that magic.
All right, fine.
All right then.
See, this is Emblem 4. Kine called on Parthenax, who pitied man. Together they taught men to use the voice. Then the dragon war raged against their tongue. That one was short. I mean, all of these are kind of short. It's only a couple lines of text on each, but it does sort of more or less tell a story by the time you get up to the top. Let's see. If I understand where we are getting to this part of the game. And I'm just going to go and drop a quick save here just in case. Alright, so I have alright, the Flame Atronach is stuck. I'm going to reset it over here anyway, because it's only going to be alive for 60 seconds. I'm going to wait for Lydia to catch up with me, and I'm just going to go into sneak mode, and I see up on that ledge, we have a particular monster, who I really don't want to fight, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm going to take out the Ancient Nord bow. Let's see. If I can just real quick get off some damage on you, that'll be that much less damage that I have to do. Oh my god, hold still. That much less damage that I have to do later. And I missed. Alright, did not get the sneak attack off on you. That time I did. Alright. Let's go in guns blazing. So, oh, you're already healed off. Frost Trolls. Trolls do regenerate their health. They are weak to fire, and unfortunately, it doesn't take a lot for them to. You stay away from me, mister. Unfortunately, it doesn't take a lot of time of not taking damage for them to have to recover their health. All right, so you're gonna go into melee combat with Lydia, and wow, okay. A couple hits from the Atronach, a couple hits from Lydia, and then just fire damage. Wow, I wasn't expecting that to be that easy. I am playing on Expert, right? If I go into the settings, I know I checked this a couple videos ago. We are playing on Expert. I feel like usually you don't go down quite that fast. Have I, like, upgraded my fire damage already or something like that? I don't know. Anyway, that's the Frost Troll. This is, frequently death for people at this point in the game when they come through here, but we made it through that one all right, apparently. All right, so once we get past that Frost Troll, I was expecting so much more drama there than we actually saw. Once we get past that Frost Troll, Emblem 5, man prevailed, shouting Alduin out of the world, proving for all that their voice was too strong, although the sacrifices were manifold. All right, we will be maybe seeing a little bit more of that piece of lore later on. So from here on out, the path up the mountain should be pretty calm and peaceful and not deadly, but I'll keep my fire and my flames out all the same. Alright, we're going down some steps this time. So we go curving around the little switchbacks on this mountain here. Alright, here's another one. Again, they are going to start being a little bit closer together after this point. Emblem 6. With roaring tongues, the Sky Children conquer, founding the first empire with sword and voice, whilst the dragons withdrew from this world. Alright, so that sounds like a moment of victory, which I'm sure will be sung about by the bards of Skyrim for many, many years to come. Alright, I see Lydia running out of the mist. This is going to be another one. Emblem 7. The tongues at Red Mountain went away humbled. Jurgen Windcaller began his 7-year meditation to understand how strong voices could fail. Alright, so they defeated the dragons, and they tried to use their powers on something else, and it didn't go especially well by the sounds of it. This one up here is going to be 8, just a couple steps ahead. Jurgen Windcaller chose silence in return. The 17 disputants could not shout him down. Jurgen the Calm built his home on the top of the throat of the world. Which, as it happens, is where we're going now. So that was, what, 8? And there's going to be 2 more. A little ways along, we are getting to the top. We can see an icon on the compass close to where our quest marker is. Let's see, I think the next one is going to be up over here by the top of the stairs. And this is going to be 9, or did I miss one? It's not impossible. This is Emblem 9. For all years silent, the Greybeard spoke only one name. Tiber Septim, stripling then, was summoned to I guess it's not High Hrothgar yet. They blessed him and named him Dovahkiin. Alright, and the last one, there are a bunch of snowberries on the path. I picked up a couple of them. You could pick up quite a lot of snowberries as potion ingredients as you run up. Emblem 10, the voices worship follow your inner path, speak only in true need. And if you find all 10 of those emblems on your way up the mountain, the voice of the sky is going to be added as a here it is, as an active effect. For 24 hours, animals will neither attack nor flee from you. Alright. That should make it a little bit safer for, like, you know, if you go somewhere where there are wolves or bears or something like that. But I don't usually pay attention to it. Anyway, this is the offering chest. We can just go and drop Kamex supplies in here. I can't equip this item. We can go and drop Kamex supplies in there. And we can return to Kamex now if we'd like. We can also just steal some of these things that are sitting out here, but I don't think I'll do that. Alright. Welcome to High Hrothgar. Let's go inside. Let's see. If I go and just come into the entranceway. Arngeir.
A dragonborn appears at this moment in the turning of the age.
Alright, what exactly is going on here?
We will see if you truly have the gift. Show us, dragonborn. Let us taste of your voice.
So this is going to be another one of those situations where you have to use an NPC, a shout on someone on purpose, and if you use Unrelenting Force on Arngeir...
It is you. Welcome to High Hrothgar.
It is really dark in here.
I am Master Arngeir. I speak for the Greybeards. Now, tell me, dragonborn, why have you come here? We are honored to welcome a dragonborn to High Hrothgar. We will do our best to teach you how to use your gift in fulfillment of your destiny. That is for you to discover. We can show you the way, but not your destination. You have shown that you are dragonborn. You have the inborn gift. Do you have the discipline and temperament to follow the path laid out for you? That remains to be seen. Without training, you have already taken the first steps towards projecting your voice into a thum, a shout. Now let us see if you are willing and able to learn. When you shout, you speak in the language of dragons. Thus, your dragon blood gives you an inborn ability to learn words of power. All shouts are made up of 3 words of power. As you master each word, your shout will become progressively stronger. Master Einarth will now teach you Ro, the second word in Unrelenting Force. Ro means balance in the dragon tongue. Combine it with Fus, force, to focus your thumb more sharply.
Game? There you go. The words of power that get projected on the floor like this can be a little bit sticky when it comes to actually, like, picking them up, but we got there in the end.
Learning a word of power is only the first step. Constant practice in order to use it in a shout. Well, that is how the rest of us learn shouts. As Dragonborn, you can absorb a slain dragon's life force and knowledge directly. As part of your initiation, Master Einard will allow you to tap into his understanding of Ro. Now, let us see how quickly you can master your new thumb. Use your unrelenting force shout to strike the targets as they appear.
Alright, so this is just going to be a little bit of target practice. We can hold down our shout button for a little bit longer, and we will be able to charge up our shout.
Well done.
Up to 2 words of power, because we have the second word now. Alright, we gotta do this 3 times. Once again. Guys.
Learn quickly. Once more.
Alright. 3rd time's the charm.
Impressive. Your thumb is precise. You show great promise, Dragonborn. We will perform your next trial in the courtyard. Follow Master Bori. We will now see how you learn a completely new shout. Master Bori will teach you Wuld, which means whirlwind. You must hear the word within yourself before you can project it into a thum. Approach Master Bori and he will gift you his knowledge of Wuld. Now we will see how quickly you can master a new shout. Master Wulfgar will demonstrate Whirlwind Sprint. Then it will be your turn. Master Bori? Rex! Wolf! Now it's your turn. Stand next to me. Master Bori will open the gate. Use your whirlwind sprint to pass through before it closes.
Alright, real fast. I don't remember if the game auto-equipped Whirlwind Sprint when that happened. It did not, so I'm going to have to go into the menu and select it. So far in the game, and it's not going to be like this for very much longer, but so far in the game, when we learn shouts, we automatically have them unlocked as part of a story sequence. That will not be the case in the game forever. Normally, you will learn the words of power by going up to things like word walls, like we saw in Bleak Falls Barrow, and then when you kill a dragon, you will absorb its soul, and you can spend dragon souls on unlocking shouts, or unlocking words, anyway. But so far, it's just happened as part of the story.
Your quick
From here on
mastery
out,
of a new Thume is astonishing. I'd heard the stories of the abilities of Dragonborn, but to see it for myself. You are now ready for your last trial. Retrieve the horn of Jürgen Windcaller, our founder, from his tomb in the ancient fane of Ostengrav. Remain true to the way of the voice, and you will return.
all right. So that is officially it for this part of for this quest, this part of the story, I guess you could say. And we have our next assignment, which is to go and dive into a dungeon and pick up a thing. Not unlike Bleak Falls Barrow, honestly, when you get down to it. Anyway, as I was saying, from this point on, we will start to find words of power on our own, and we will start to find dragons to fight on our own to unlock said words of power. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else for me in here. So I think I'm just gonna, should I end it off here? I guess I'll end it off here. I'll end it off, like, outside where it's kind of nice and not inside where it's, like, dark. Because I don't have a torch. So, my name is Dragonite. This has been the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. You should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.